All right, we're here with Missouri head wrestling coach Brian Smith. It's the Big 12 tournament, kind of day zero. Everybody's getting in, getting a workout in, and getting weight down, all those things. Kind of take us through what your team's up here doing today.
Practice today is more just the mental physical side of it, getting out there, going through a lot of positions that they get in, but just executing moves, feeling good about it, feeling confident. There's not going to be a lot of live goes, but just getting the feel, getting some weight off. Our guys are really good with weight, so that's not the focus of the practice. The focus is just hitting our techniques and feeling good about it.
So talk about that a little bit, because it's funny. I covered the high school state tournament a week ago, and it's a different environment. You know, you've got kids that some have never been there, some never really wrestled on even that level of a stage with a couple thousand people in front or whatever. But and it's a lot more controlled. And almost every coach I spoke with, it's like we know, they know what they're doing. We're just kind of getting through a little bit of a thing. What do you think is, as a coach, that you need to do, I guess, in a tournament like this? Because most of these guys, pretty much the work's already done. You're here.
Well, you've prepped them all year, and every practice has led into this, and so this is nothing different. We've been doing this practice. If they're in the program 4 or 5 years, they've been doing it before an event every time. So we don't want to change things. If you start to change and make it bigger than life, you're going to this tournament, then they start to feel that way and they make it bigger than it is. And this is just another step in the process that we have to go through to get to the NCAA and to become an All-American and become a national champ. And you got to know your process. Everybody knows what they do best, and if they follow it, execute it, they're going to have success. And that's what we train all year for. So you're not going to make many changes at this time.
So with that, you guys have had kind of a unique season, a lot of challenges with injuries and stuff. Kind of take us through what it's been like this year.
I mean, adversity, it didn't kill us this year. It tried to. At one point we had a duel where I looked and I said, we have 8 of our starters out of the lineup, and I've never had a season like that. I've been a head coach for 28 years and in college for a long time and never seen that happen. But I kept getting calls and texts and people asking, how you doing, coach? How's the team doing? They never showed that it was bothering them. They came to practice. Keegan, even when he was hurt, was in practice doing what he could do, and we progressed and got better. The attitude was off the charts, and I remember telling my team doc and my trainer that this has become a fun season because you can't have more adversity than that and then still have the practices and the attitude that we are having, and then come in, finally we get most of them healthy. We're here, and they're excited to be here, and they never lost that excitement. So was it difficult? Yes, but the way they dealt with it was amazing. So I'm excited as a coach that we had to be doing something right, that they had that attitude throughout the year.
So I know it's still not perfect, but you mentioned kind of a lot of them are back, and you got Keegan back in the lineup, things like that. All right, do you feel pretty good about them going into this weekend?
Yeah, we've had a month of everybody back, and had everybody back for Iowa State in the last duel, which was a couple weeks ago, but about 2 weeks leading up to that, knew we were going to have everybody, and so it's been great. The practices, the level of intensity in the room, just I think everybody knowing that everybody's back, that could be back, and so I'm excited. You're going to find out what you can do, through this adversity right here at the Big 12s, and just I look forward to it. I know they are too.
So with that, are you feeling? I guess I know this is kind of impossible for a coach to put a pin in, but what do you see as a successful tournament for Missouri at the end of the weekend?
Guys just going out and competing hard. They go out and compete hard. They've been at this level. Most of them have been in the lineup for a long time, and it's just go compete hard and good things happen.
So it's kind of been a unique transfer, across college athletics, not just in wrestling, but the landscape of conference realignment and all that stuff. And you guys went to the MAC for a little bit, and now you're back. OU stays after going to the SEC. Now you got 2 SEC teams.
They only got kicked out for 3 weeks. We were kicked out for 9 years.
But uniquely, Arizona State comes in, and so you see kind of a strengthening of the Big 12 and all that in wrestling. This tournament's tough. What do you see, maybe this level of a tournament, and you guys going through this here? and this is no knock on the MAC, but a grind of a tournament like this, maybe compared to that and preparing them for nationals.
It definitely prepares you that, the schedule. I mean, I looked every week that we were wrestling. Every team that we wrestled in the Big 12 this year, I think, was ranked in the country. So it was just, and then we picked up a few other ones like Penn State and Cornell's and all those. So we had a tough schedule. There was no doubt about it. But wrestling here in Tulsa, the way they do the setup, the way the crowd comes in, and NCAAs were here a couple of years ago. They run it like the NCAAs. I'm looking at the head table area. They boosted the finals up on the stage. And we need that. That prepares our conference, as a whole. This is a really good prep field for the NCAAs. And the intensity just keeps getting better and better. The programs in the Big 12, Northern Iowas and South Dakotas, and, those schools have just really notched it up more and more. And so, the Big 12 is here, and it's not going anywhere. I can see that. It's going to get tougher and tougher.
So, with that, you guys have won it before. You won it a couple of years ago, but it's kind of a unique angle, I guess, to view it when you've been a little bit busted up all season and all those things.
Yeah.
Is there kind of a different approach, I guess, when that's your back's against the wall, I guess, a little bit more when it comes to actually winning the team title?
Don't focus on it. Even when we could win those years we won the team title, it was we wanted to win it, and we still want. This group wants to win it, but you focus on each of the individuals. And here's what you got to do: follow this game plan, execute it. If you wrestle with that intensity level and go after it, good things are going to happen. And that's what happened in those years. And this team hasn't really been together that much, but this will be a good test for us, and we'll see where we're at.
Awesome, Coach. Well, I guess as you go into this, what do you want to see most out of your guys in the next 2 days?
Just competing at their best. That they focus, get dialed in, and do the things they're supposed to. If they're wrestling aggressive, when this group wrestles and gets after it and is offensive minded, good things happen. If they sit and they just try to, win matches, that's not the way you do well at these tournaments. You got to go after it in this tournament.
So, elephant in the room is Keegan's injury and coming off of that and going into a tough weight class here. 74 is no joke in the Big 12. Do you feel like he's in the right space right now to go into this? And
he's had his freshman or sophomore year when he hurt his ankle and won the NCAA tournament. He just it doesn't faze him. It's out of his mind. He's focused on what he can do and how he can wrestle, and he really hasn't missed much practice this year. It's just the ability to go live, and we've had him going live for a month now, so he's ready to go.
Awesome.
In his mindset, there's nothing wrong with him, so he's going out there with that mindset, which is the right mindset.
There you go, Coach. All right, I'll let you get back to your team, but I appreciate your time. Good luck this week.
Thank you.